Welcome back, Children of the Night, to another episode of the Infernal Archive. We're bringing you another contemporary review today. Today, we're going to review Keeper from 2025, the new Osgood Perkins movie. I've seen one trailer for it, don't know too much about it. Andrew, I think you saw the same trailer I did?
Yeah, saw the same trailer. Yeah. I didn't dislike Longlegs as much as you did. But if this is if Longlegs is any indication of what we're about to see, I have mixed feelings. Yes,
I think the thing that really let Longlegs down for me big time, like I don't really love the movie like baseline. I don't think it's like a great film, but the marketing for the movie was stupidly over the top. Like It's another one of those movies where they're like, this is the new Silence of the Lambs. It's Nicolas Cage in the role. Like you've never seen him like this before. And then you see the movie and you're like, no, it's Nicolas Cage doing Nicolas Cage. Like what? What do you mean? This is exactly what he does. Like this is to a T what he does. What do you mean? I was pretty disappointed by Longlegs. And then it's a movie that like it starts really interesting, and then there's kind of a turn in the movie, and then it sort of never comes back after the turn. It doesn't get as interesting again. I love the first, I'll say this.
First third.
Not even. Well, for me, sorry. The first 2 minutes
is
phenomenal. Like, I love that first 2 minutes. And then the movie never gets that good again for me.
Oh, but it seems I wore my long legs today. What happens if I...
Yeah, once the investigation stuff becomes totally irrelevant, it's like, what are we doing here? A little bit. I liked it better on a rewatch, knowing what I was getting into. I was like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought after first watching it. But anyways, we digress.
Can you read to us from the Wikipedia School of Doom? Let us know about what fucking Keeper's all about.
Is a 2025 folk horror film directed by Osgood Perkins and written by Nick Leppard. A romantic anniversary trip to a secluded cabin turns sinister when a dark presence reveals itself, forcing a couple to confront the property's haunting past.
So, haunted house picture.
Folk horror. So that leaves me to believe that there's some element of traditional story, folk story, like maybe like the force has something to do with a traditional, like, something like story-wise, creature horror story.
I think folk horror can be fiction, like totally fictional. Like it can be something you made up.
Yeah,
it's just like there's
has
genre.
The vibes of that.
Yeah, it's got those genre. Like there's usually slower burns. It's more simplistic or whatever. I think, but it's a type of film that I love. Like if good folk horror is some of my favorite stuff. The Wicker Man is a maybe the best example of like phenomenal folk horror. But there's a lot of really great examples. But Osgood Perkins, very hit or miss. Like The Monkey, it was funny. Not really my kind of movie, but it is. I really did enjoy it. It was very funny. Didn't love Longlegs. Liked his previous work, but yeah, hit or miss. So
let's see if this is a hit or miss.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to the theater. We're gonna check it out, and then we'll give you our thoughts when we're back.
7 days.
And welcome back, Children of the Night. We just finished watching Keeper from 2025 at the theater. Andrew, what did you think?
I think it's one of the better horror movies I've seen this year, I would say. Top 3 for sure. Really enjoyed it. Really unsettling. There's a couple jump scares that really got me good. Again, like very atmospheric, very tons of tension throughout the whole thing. Incredible performances.
Yeah.
I think the one thing you also have to almost always give Oz Perkins, the cinematography was beautiful. Like the movie looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything, even if I don't like I'm not a big fan of it, everything he does has a very particular style and looks very good. And this was no exception. It was excellent. In particular, I loved the fake out that they kept doing with the shot of the rafters.
Yeah.
And it was like the whole film, you're like
so tense.
Something is going to happen there, and it's like,
I love those movies that'll play on jumps, like your expectations for a jump scare, and they'll show you empty space and stuff, and you're like, you're like waiting for it, and then it never happens. You're like, you bastard, I know you're gonna get me. And then it's like 2 shots later, and then he gets you or whatever. This movie did that pretty well. I'll say, like, as far as the cinematography is concerned, this movie felt a lot less it sounds bad, but it's like invasive than like Longlegs did.
Yes,
Whereas
totally.
Longlegs, it's like that Family Guy clip that we joke about. It's like it insists upon itself. It's like Longlegs to me a little bit with the cinematography. A lot about that film insists upon itself.
There's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Did not care for The Godfather.
How can you even say that, Dad?
Didn't like it.
Peter, it's like the perfect movie.
This is what everyone always says. Whenever they say, oh,
Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. I mean, you
listen-
never see Robert Duvall.
no, fine actor. Did not like the movie.
What didn't you like about
It
it?
insists upon itself, Lois.
What?
It insists upon itself.
What does that even mean?
It takes forever getting in. You spend like 6.5 hours, and then I can't even get through. I can't even finish the movie. I've never even seen the
You've
ending.
never seen the ending?
Whereas like this movie felt just like everything is in service to this plot and what's going on here, and that I really enjoyed. Like I was never distracted by cinematography or stuff like that. And I'll say you brought up the performances. I knew that I'd recognize the female actress, but female actress. That's redundant. Actress isn't a thing that we say anymore, is it? Actor. We just say actor. The actor. I knew I recognized her, but I didn't know from where. She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany, that's who it is. She very talented person, very, very, very funny. It was actually interesting. I think because
never watched She-Hulk, so I wouldn't have that frame of reference.
It's very funny, but I know her as a comedic actor. So like seeing her in this, where it's very dramatic, very straight. It's like maybe that's what threw me off. I'm like, I know your face, but I don't know what you're doing. But anyway, she did a really phenomenal job, and the co-lead, I guess the main guy in this film, he also did a really, really phenomenal job. So I agree. I thought the performances were awesome. Man, yeah, I think this is right up. Well, like you said, top 3 movie. Like it's right up there for me this year with Together and Bring Her Back. Like it's
those are my top 3 as well.
Yeah, it's
with this movie.
Such a. And it's funny because like all 3 are sort of similar in a sense that they're. They have simple premises, and then they just fucking send it. They just go for it 100%. Yeah, just very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, there's one particular shot that really I thought was so effective in this movie, and it was one of the first encounters that she has with like the supernatural force or whatever, and it's the close-ups that he used when the other woman is in the house, and the feeling of uncomfortable that you get right away when it's like you're like right here on her and right here on the lead, and it's back and forth with this super tight camera work. And you go from like, oh, it's a nice day and this whatever to, oh, I'm so uncomfortable, like that. And it was just so effective, and that was kind of deployed throughout the film, but that was like the first kind of moment where you really noticed it.
Yeah, the movie did. I'll say, I don't want to really spoil anything because I think the movie is very worth seeing in theaters, or it's worth, if you don't see it in theaters, like watch it and know as little about the film as you can going in, kind of. So I don't want to reveal too much about the plot, but like it's interesting. Like I was watching it because it's kind of a slow burn for a while, and
until it's not.
But it's like I was watching the movie and I'm kind of like, it's not doing the one thing to like get me on side. Like it's like I don't not like it, but it hasn't done the thing. But when it does the thing big time. And then I was like, oh, I fucking love this. And then
the turn was very satisfying.
Yeah, and then it's like, then it was like, because it's Osgood Perkins, I'm like, oh, I really hope that it doesn't fumble, and it never fumbled, which I really, or at least for me, sorry, it didn't fumble. Like I was just very pleasantly surprised. Osgood Perkins is one of those filmmakers where I was kind of sad that I was going to get into a mood where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to see an Osgood Perkins movie. It doesn't excite me. But because of this film,
now you're back
I'm back. Like I'm so excited to see the next Perkins movie.
Yeah, the ending, as much as it wasn't what I had hoped for with the ending. It didn't fumble. It was just like, what to my personal sensibilities, I would have liked to see less of that kind of upbeat note and more of just what I love about Bring Her Back is that the ending is so, it's a conclusion, it's a whatever, but it's just so upsetting, devastating. Yeah. And this just didn't have that for me. It was satisfying and whatever it was. Yeah. I totally get it. Wasn't a bad ending. Yeah. I just would have, for my own personal sensibility, would have liked to see something that was more just like over the top, brutal, messed up.
Yeah. And yet usually I'd be right there with you. That's usually like what I want, but
it does work.
Yeah,
the thing is, it works so well. It does work very well.
Something about it, because the film, like, if you break it down thematically, or at least I was trying to think about, like, what is this movie about? What's it trying to say, or whatever? And it's kind of about really like a woman gaining confidence in herself. It's like it seems like the plot basically breaks down to, like, this is a woman who seems to need validation from her relationships, and that's where she gets it, and like that's where she gets her emotional center, and it's about her
flipping that dynamic.
Yeah, like her finally gaining the confidence to. And
I would say, like, on a broad, like, societal level, it's also kind of about, like, broadly speaking, about like how the shift in, like, misogyny and society, and how our current attitudes toward in society are flipping from that hyper male dominated perspective to more of a no. Men aren't in charge. Men aren't just in charge anymore the same way they were.
Or the default, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the default.
Because there's some really. I agree with you that does seem to be pretty like a theme, like a pretty pervasive theme in this movie. Because there's this scene when the two leads are speaking, and the guy's talking to Tatiana I can't remember if it's Masrani or Maslani, but I think it's Masrani. To Tatiana, yes, to Tatiana, and basically he's telling her this is how things are, like this is what's up, and she just sort of has to sit there and listen, and has no agency in that moment or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. It's a chilling moment in the movie to me. Like, that's like, he says, there's one line he says in that sort of speech where I was like, oh my God, I love this movie. Like, oh, it just gave me chills. And I'm like, that's what I was waiting this whole movie for, was that, like, just thing.
That's kind of where I would have liked to see the movie end, is right after that. And then she's sent to the basement, and then he's sitting there sipping his scotch. I almost wanted it to end in that moment.
In a different movie.
Yeah.
But because the messaging of this movie was so much about it would have felt incomplete or something.
It could have, yeah.
But it's like, I agree, like that movie sounds great, just not, you'd have to, if you reconfigure the beginning a little bit, then I think I'd love that or whatever. But that moment in that movie was so phenomenal, and like speaks to what you said about the themes of the movie. Where it's like you have two characters. One thinks that they know exactly what's going on. The other one knows nothing. To a very unequitable what do you call it?
Power
Dynamic.
balance.
It's a very the power is shifted 100% to one side and not to the other side, and then it's about sort of examining that power balance and the restructuring maybe of that power balance or whatever. But it's subtle. It's not heavy-handed. It's a very simple plot. Not a ton happens in the movie, which is what I love. I always say, like, with horror movies, the more simple you can make it, the better. Like, for the billionth time, I'm going to bring up It Follows, but it's a movie about a thing that follows you, and that's the movie. Like, they do with that premise. They construct the entire plot of that film, and it never gets too complex.
It doesn't need to be more complex.
No.
Yeah.
And this movie's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, sorry.
I know it's funny because, like, one of my favorite movies of a couple years ago that surprised me, not horror, just film, Triangle of Sadness, kind of plays. It's very, like, high-minded, allegorical, but ultimately very simple plot. Nothing really happens. Or nothing really happens, but very little, not a lot going on there, but incredibly rich, incredibly complex, lots to say about the topic that it's trying to comment on. And so in that way, very similar to Keeper, in that doesn't need to be complex, doesn't need to go over the top or insist upon itself.
It insists upon itself, Lois.
To make to make the point that it's trying to make.
Yeah, it's like the Death Note school of thought, where, like, I don't think you've just watched Death Note, but anyways,
no, I need to. Maybe
one of the greatest animated things ever made, but it's the first half, I should say. It's all good, but the first half's really good. But Death Note, what is the premise? It's like, book falls out of the sky, you write somebody's name in the book, guy dies. That's the premise. Whole show, that's the thing. And it's like, it's so brilliant. It's such a chilling premise. Like, what do you do with that? What are the implications of that? And I think more things need to buckle down, figure out what is the core of your idea. Why is the thing that you're making interesting? Can you write it in a sentence like that Death Note thing? Can you write it in a sentence like that? It Follows. Can you write it in a sentence like that? And then can you from that, or Radius? Radius is a good example of a huge fumble of that, where you had an interesting
and then you
premise,
pivot away from it,
and then you just fucking lose it. And it's like, why, dude? You had a good thing going. Like, just stick with the thing you had going. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else specific about this movie that I want to bring up that doesn't spoil anything.
The score was awesome.
Yeah,
the score, like, again, not obtrusive, nothing I would really like on its own. I wouldn't necessarily call it out, but as part of the whole, it was just a perfect building, like kept that tension going.
Yeah,
built that tension up and when it needed to.
Yeah,
and yeah, maybe on its own, it's not something you'd call out, but in service to the whole,
didn't insist upon itself.
Didn't insist upon itself.
Yeah.
That's kind of the theme of this one. I think.
Yeah, it's like this felt. It's a wonderful movie. It's incredibly unified. All the performances, the writing, like you said, the score, I'll say production design to not spoil anything, but the production design elements of the film, the wardrobe aspects of the film, it all comes together in this really wonderful little this little smorgasbord that's just like so many things are done at an exceptional level, but nothing is.
And the exposition dump that you get at the end that explains everything that normally would be like, oh, you're gonna give it was so effective how it was done.
Yeah, and
like gave all this backstory and world building in like 5 minutes or something of a little thing.
Yeah, and
was just so effective.
I agree. It actually because we brought up Together before.
Similar to that.
Similar, where it's like it does have lore. Like there's narrative depth here in terms of the backstory that's going on. But when you find that backstory out, like you said, that expositional piece, it's so easy to engage with, so simple. So like you're like, okay, that's that gotcha. Like good. I'm with you. I'm actually we know with the weapons review, I wasn't like the world's biggest weapons fan, but to me, that movie, it was something that it didn't necessarily do as well as this did, where it's like when they started doing the exposition, I'm like, where's the, like, what? Mm-hmm. They would re-explain things and go over things again. And like, so I think in contrast, like a film like this or like Together, just so good. Like it's so nice when you have lore, which I think everybody loves. Everybody loves a little bit of lore, but you don't insist upon yourself. And it's it's good, simple lore. It's easy to understand, and it's interesting. It's actually intriguing. It's not you're not just sitting there like listening to a lecture and waiting for it to be over or whatever.
I think as far as rating, I would give this, like, we didn't talk about it before, we usually do, but I would like say 12.5 or 13. Like,
yeah, I'd give it a 12.5. I like. That's the thing is like, so...
What have we rated a 13 to this point? We've rated like Henry.
No, there's only one. We only ever have one 13.
Oh.
So whatever's 13
so
knocks...
Bring Her Back was our 13, right?
No, it didn't beat... Because Daddy's Head was before that. So Daddy's Head currently is at the top of our list.
I don't know if this quite beats out Daddy's Head. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I like... this is personal preference.
I love them both. But
I love them both, yeah.
That's the thing.
They're very, like... I guess that's the whole point of having 113. Like... I would, 12.5. I can easily give this a 12.5.
Let's give it 12.5, because that's the thing. At the end of the day, we have to... Something has to feel like you have definitively dethroned Daddy's Head.
It's like...
I think you could swap these, no problem, and I wouldn't have any problem with that. But it's like, maybe we need something that's that notch above to, like, justify...
Yeah, it's got to be a definitive...
Yeah.
Not like, it could be either this or this. It's like, no, this one is better.
Like, had we reviewed Together, I think I might have... argued that for Together, but we didn't review that one, unfortunately. But yeah, 12.5. I totally agree. I think this is a fantastic movie. Go see it in the theater. If you're not able to watch it on streaming, if you like horror movies, it's just great. It's
got the whole package for a horror movie. It's got everything you want to see in a horror movie. Good acting, excellent story. It's also a brisk, like, 90 minutes.
Yeah,
like, it's not a long movie.
Doesn't overstay. Yeah. I'll say the Rotten Tomatoes score, like the critical score for this movie right now, is criminal. Like
I don't understand it.
It is the wildest thing I've seen in a while. Like, and it's like, it's weird because the audience and the critical score is like, they're kind of on the same page. Like both groups of people are shitting on this movie, and it's to the point where I'm like, did you see the fucking movie? Like, did you guys watch?
I'm gonna pull up. I'm curious what they're actually like. What they're saying. Yeah. Because I'm very curious what the content of the reviews are that are terrible. Because I don't know.
Because where are we at right now on Rotten Tomatoes?
51 for tomato meter and popcorn meter 41.
Like, that is fucking criminal. Stockade, all of you who are reviewing this film, put in the stockade and tomatoes and rotten potatoes thrown at your heads.
The mood is low-key and naturalistic, yet a streak of trippy weirdness keeps intruding. And here's the thing. The weird parts don't add up. It's likely by design, but that doesn't make it good.
I just don't get it.
Osgood Perkins mistakes abstruseness?
Abstruseness.
I've never even heard of what that word is. Abstruseness for surrealism and an oppressive atmosphere for palpable tension. I disagree hard. And last one here. Let's see if we can get a non-critical. Those are all critic reviews. I want an audience review.
There's a word for these types of people, and it's you enjoy the smell of your own
flatulence.
You know what I'm saying.
Was that a fart?
I don't know.
I can taste it on my tongue.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I did fart.
Is that onion and ketchup? It stinks.
This guy. You spend a good deal of keeper forming theories about what's going on. Once everything is revealed, however, you wish you'd gone back that previous ignorance that now seems like a state of bliss.
I just don't get it.
I don't know if these people are seeing the same movie.
I'm so not on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, I just so completely not on the same page. This is like the opposite of Oppenheimer, where it's like everybody was saying how great it was, and I'm like, fuck, it's not very good. It's like this one, it's like, this was really good, and everybody else's shit. I don't get it. I've never seen this unification between the audience meter and the,
And I'm usually not, like, even with Oppenheimer and people who loved it, as much as I hated it, it's like, I can see their opinion and be like, okay, I mostly understand where you're coming from. I disagree.
That's if you like it, power to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna disagree with you, but it's like, power to you.
But this is like, I don't get it at all.
Like,
I don't.
My brain.
Did we watch the same movie?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess like that's the similarity with Oppenheimer to a degree. Is like some of the things that people said was good about it. I was like, did we watch the same film? Because that actually was a thing that was bad about it. Like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But this, you're right. It's like this on crack for this movie. It's like, did you? You didn't go in, did you? You went right to the entrance, and then you
watched the first half and then left.
Yeah, or something. Because wow, that's wild to me. And anyways, sorry, we've probably been rambling on too long, but I think definitely go see Keeper. I thought it was fantastic. Andrew thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Those reviews are criminal. Like I said, we're gonna bring back the stockade. We're gonna throw some Rotten Tomatoes and some literal Rotten Tomatoes and literal Rotten Potatoes at their fucking heads, Knight's Tale style. Fuck those people.
Rain of Fire style.
Rain of Fire style. Oh, yes, the tomatoes. I forgot there's tomatoes in that movie. Excellent. Good call out. I like that we're going to Annie has to put a Rain of Fire poster in this review now. That makes me happy. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Infernal Archive, and we will catch you next time.